Why is there now a trend, I'm not even sure it's a new thing, that marketing managers lead projects and dictate to designers and creatives what to do? They tend to come up with the most obvious and tacky ideas. They've taken all the top roles that were once held by people with a design background. This wasn't the case when I started out 20 years ago, where designers were the project leads, and I feel like quitting the industry. How do we get designers back leading creative projects and being the ones making the decisions?
Wow, that is a big question. That's a big question to answer. And yeah, I can't really give an answer as to why it's become like that. I don't know. But in terms of how to rebalance the power in a way, I think the first part of the answer is what not to do, in that it can be very, very tempting to really butt up against it, in a sort of, I suppose, to fight the power. And I've certainly had that kind of, well, I have behaved like that at times during my career. I've been really, really reactionary and just kind of try and wrestle it away. And you know what? Sometimes that can work, but it's horrible for everyone concerned. So I think it's more about actually understanding where the other party is coming from, really understanding what are they KPI'd on, what are their objectives, where are they trying to get to, and then actually working at demonstrating and explaining how what you and your creativity can actually help them achieve that. Because the reality is, these marketing managers that you're talking about, if they are coming up with pretty banal kind of, nothing ideas, well, that's not actually going to achieve the KPIs for that campaign or for whatever it is. It's not going to work. You have those ideas, you have the magic that can help them do what they need to do. The key is getting them to understand and realize that. And I think ultimately it's a sort of soft collaborative approach rather than a combative. Is that the adjective? Combative kind of, fuck you, it needs to be this way. I hope that goes some way to answering the question. Ash, do you have any wisdom around this?
It can be challenging when we have to try to lead up, I guess, is that whole term. And when there's a culture in place where there's expectations around, how you're supposed to act, with your managers, what they expect from you. Again, like this theme of psychological safety, I think, is going to keep coming back, because it's something that is not just around mental health issues. It's actually about creativity, around voicing new ideas. If someone's coming to the table as the manager and the marketing manager and like, here's the idea, they also have a responsibility to create a space where someone can say that, like, I hear you, and that idea, maybe we could keep that over here, but maybe we could also introduce, a few different other approaches. And, that requires a space of psychological safety to be established too, in being able to speak up about cool ideas that you might have and not feel like you're going to get shot down.